Yo, what's good, gang? That boy Pat Bev is now a Laker. Patrick Beverly is now a Laker. Now, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But if you know me, you know I'm a Russell Westbrook fan. And him and Pat Bev don't get along. They do not get along. But all is fair in love and war. When it comes to this game of basketball, you do what you got to do to win that ring. Pat Bev ain't missed the playoffs in 10 years. So, Lakers, it looking like y'all got an upside right now. But yeah, Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverly will be playing together, or will Russell get traded? Well, first, we'll Pat Bev. Then we're going to tap in with a couple of the experts to see what they're talking about. Pat Bev, tell us how you feel about the Lakers, though. Let's get it.
A lot of people don't know, like, LeBron has been like a big brother to me, like, even before I've entered the NBA. A lot of my success comes from the foundation he helped lay in the beginning of my career.
All right, you heard it there first. LeBron is the big dog.
All right, Patrick, thank you so much for joining the show. One of your first plays that I remember was against my Miami Heat. I grew up in Miami. You had to dunk on Chris Bosh. What was your mentality here?
Actually, the play was for James Harden. I was supposed to come off the screen, off the stagger screen. They were supposed to clean up James on the other end. I seen an opening. I wanted to be aggressive. I took it. I didn't expect Chris Bosh to jump. But I got that close. You know, those young legs. I wanted to just, kind of make a play, and I was up there, and I just decided to just turn it over.
Were any of the games against Miami personal? Because we talked about you were drafted by the Lakers, then traded to Miami, and then had gotten cut, and that kind of started your unique NBA journey. I don't think many folks know of, you were out of the league for a few years and fought your way back, and now have been in the league for what now, 10, 11 straight years?
Yeah.
Were those games personal for you?
I mean, I believe everything. Anybody I played that, didn't draft me or cut me, or I seen a guy who got drafted ahead of me, or I don't know, a guy that
everybody
talk
has
trash on Twitter, I take all that personally.
You fucked up when you didn't pick
It's always a chip on my shoulder. There's always a little edge there to go out there and compete at the highest level.
Just don't need
it
yet.
How did you take that next step as a player? What was different about you in 2009 versus you in 2012, where you had finally made the league? Was it someone just finally giving you the opportunity, or did you feel like you became a way better player over those 3 years?
Early, I went to Arkansas. People didn't know what I was yet at position-wise. Didn't know if I was a shooting guard, point guard. So I kind of went overseas to kind of understand how to run a team, play basketball the right way. And I did that for so many, for so many years. And a good friend of mine, Will Bynum, he told me, man, the way to get in the NBA is defense. No one's playing defense. So I kind of, went from.
And that fact still remains true till this day. Defense. If you ain't playing defense, it don't make sense. But that's true. That's real. That is the reason why Patrick Beverly is still in the league till this day. One word: defense. Because defense wins games, defense wins championships, and niggas in the NBA hate playing defense. They'll rather you shoot a jumper than try to steal it. So that's one reason why Patrick Beverly is hated and loved at the same time, because the nigga really do play some goddamn good ass defense. But niggas hate it because that nigga really do play some goddamn good ass defense on your favorite player. Hey, whatever keeps you in the league, my nigga. Like I said, nigga, not a lot of niggas play defense, and that's real. And Patrick Beverly is known for his defense.
Playing, solid defense to like learning a whole new trait. I had to learn a whole new skill. I did that. I mastered it, and it's been successful in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, it was great against Russell Westbrook. What were the biggest things?
No. It's great against everybody.
It's great. You know what? You're right. It's great.
I know I'm right.
Everybody.
You see how Omar tried to throw it in there and be like, oh, it's great against Russell. You're trying to bring that Russell beef. I was just talking about that. And then I just say, no, that nigga locks down to everybody's favorite player. Everybody's favorite player. Patrick Beverly has gotten your favorite player's head at least twice. Not once, twice.
Everybody.
So what were the biggest things you had to keep in mind when guarding Russ?
I guard percentages, I guard tendencies, I guard habits. That's what I guard. So I don't guard actually the actual player. I guard what the player does. So percentages, what he shoots from the three-point line, free throw line, tendencies, what does he like to do? Does he like to go left or right? And habits. Does he get lazy in the third quarter? Does he pick up his game more in the fourth quarter? Does he come out swinging in the first quarter? So I gauge my defense off that.
How important are the mind games? Just maybe knocking the ball out.
Oh, they're fully important.
The whistle's blown.
They the bread and
talking
butter.
Trash. Are those things important, or is it more important to guard the tendencies?
You know, I really don't go in games like trying to talk trash. Like I'm super locked in. I'm super dialed in. You know, I might swipe low for a steal, like give me that. You know, but if a person reacts from it, then you know I'm gonna react from that. But I'm not going in the game like, oh man, he a bum. It's my physical play forces people to feel some type of way. So if I'm on you and I'm physical and I'm hitting you and you go to the ref, he's hitting me. I go behind you to the ref. Ref, don't listen to that shit. Ain't nobody hitting them. You know, so it's not mind games. It's a lot of people don't like to be hit. A lot of people don't like to be touched, especially in the NBA. So, you know, my physicality presents something else and that leads to something else.
Makes a lot of sense.
All right, look. So we're going. He talked about Russ and he talked about Bron. He talked about him getting in the league. We just tapping in with Pat Bev, since, you know, but we're going to go to the experts now. We're going to the experts. We got Windhorse. We got Greeny. We got Big Perk. They about to give us their thoughts. You know, we just going to keep this shit rolling. You feel me? I'm not going to stop. But if y'all could real quick, if y'all still here, go ahead and like this video. Appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't. But yeah, let's get to this part 2 of this little thing. We got the experts talking.
People were to say to you, look, yes, LeBron James, no one would put past him being the best player in the whole sport again this past year, this coming year. Maybe they do get Anthony Davis going the right way. But the third piece of that remains Russell Westbrook. We saw how bad that fit was a year ago. Big Perk,
it wasn't
a
bad fit.
You believe they can find a role for him that makes sense and works?
I do, Greeny. And if we look at the two teams that represented each conference in the finals last year, it was the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics. And their head coaches were Steve Kerr and Ime Udoka, two guys that played the game of basketball. I believe that Darvin Ham could put these guys in position to be successful, especially Russell Westbrook. And here's another thing about Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has to be very, very careful on how he approaches this season and how he finishes this season. Because
that is
Russell
very
Westbrook
true.
could go from being one of the top paid guys in the NBA to out the NBA. Like,
that's
he
cap.
has to be careful. So
that's
he has
cap.
to
Somebody
buy
will
in
always
and
want
take
him.
a
That's
lesser
cap.
role this season and flourish well in it.
If he's there, and Wendy, that is the big question. If he's in Los Angeles, they've laid out what they want the role to be. But is the conventional wisdom right now, is your belief that Westbrook will be a Laker this season?
Oh, yeah.
What Perk just said is, I think, what people in the league are saying, because there's still aftershocks in the league right now about the split that Russell Westbrook had with his longtime agent last week, Thad Fauché. And in the statement that Fauché gave to R. Adrian Wojnarowski, he said he has advised Westbrook to accept the role that Darvin Ham has laid out for him, which is a starting role, but is a lesser role, a supporting player role, not a star player role, a role where he is the dirty work guy. He is defense, screens, waiting in the corner for the ball to come to him, not him necessarily setting up the offense. That's where
they fuck up. That's where y'all fuck up, trying to put Russell Westbrook in a fucking box. You cannot contain a fucking dog. You cannot contain a fucking beat. Do you tell LeBron to sit in the corner? Do you tell AD to sit in the corner? No. You let them niggas dog and ball. So if you have a dog like Russell Westbrook on your team, let him dog some niggas out and really do what he did in OKC. That's the reason you guys got him. You wanted him to be that explosive ass player, but you didn't realize that it takes him driving the ball, shooting the ball, dishing the motherfucking, getting at least 5 turnovers a game. You didn't realize that, did you? Yes, that's your triple-double god right there. You got to get those turnovers when it comes to getting that ball out. I understand you guys are playing with LeBron and every possession counts, but guess what? If you're playing with LeBron, nigga, LeBron better figure this shit out since he want to keep creating all these goddamn teams. Look, now he got motherfucking Patrick Beverley, and y'all don't even know what y'all want to do with Russell Westbrook. And don't tell me that Patrick Beverley is going to be the fucking shooting guard or the backup point guard, because it ain't going to work. It ain't going to fly. You better figure it the fuck out, because you better figure out how you gonna get these two motherfuckers to coexist.
Perk is talking about. That's what Darvin Ham is talking about. But Thad Fauché said that he and Westbrook had irreconcilable differences. So what is Westbrook actually doing? Is he going to accept that role, or is he not? And as he looks for new representation, which I'm told he is, what is that new agent's job going to be? What is Russell going to task him with? These are unanswered questions that
Bro, he tired of having the same nigga. He done got traded. I'll trade my agent too if I went from OKC to Houston to the Wizards. And now I'm on the Lakers. And this is all within 3 years. He went to 4 teams. You need to stop, okay? The longest place he stayed was the Wizards.
Russell Westbrook and the teams that
and he only went to the Rockets because of James. And James said, skedaddle, I got to go.
He thinks he is, and give the ball and the keys to the organization. And there's only one team that came to mind, the San Antonio Spurs, a team that have low expectations. So when I think about Russell Westbrook, I'm thinking along the lines of that if he's not careful, his career could possibly end like Allen Iverson's career did. We all know that Allen Iverson
and that's what Thad Fauché.
Go ahead, Wendy, finish it up.
That's what the agent, I think, was telling him, Perk. I think the agent was saying, you got to take what's on the table. You can't look for something else. That, I think, what you're saying
keep telling him
is
don't
what
bank
his
on
agent
yourself.
told him to. You're not alone. Many other people feel this exact same way.
That's the point. For Westbrook, if he wants to be in a situation where he puts a ring on his finger, he stays where he is. If he wants to go someplace else, you never know what level of relevancy you're sort of depriving yourself from having. All right, guys, stay there. We'll do more. Big Perk, I got much more for you.
James, his exit interview after this.
I'm done with these niggas. I don't even fuck with Max. Keyshawn don't know what he talking about. We ain't won't get on Jay. But so what do y'all think? Does Russell Westbrook have to stay on the Lakers? Is he getting traded? What does this Patrick Beverley move mean for the Lakers? Personally, I feel like it's a good move defensive wise, but it's a bad move because these motherfuckers still ain't got no goddamn shooters. But we're gonna see if Russell Westbrook and Pat Bev both can make it on the Lakers and make this shit work. I don't even fucking know at this point in life, man. Shit's just going down. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see. But y'all go ahead and like this video if y'all still here. Subscribe if you haven't. But that's gonna do for this one, man. I'm trying to find some more stuff to look up. But yeah, this your boy Weezon. We out this day. Yeah.